Welcome one and all to Overrated Fridays! That's right, my newest show on my YouTube channel where I shoot the breeze with my fellow subscribers. And yeah, just talk about whatever's on my mind, your mind. I will answer some of your questions, and on that note, if you would like to have your question answered, be sure to leave a comment down below and ask me anything. Doesn't even have to be about video games. You could ask me, what is that on my back? I don't think I'm going to answer that, but there might be something on my back. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just giving an example. You get the point. So without further ado, let's do this now. And the first thing I want to talk about is, in fact, one of the questions that one of the subscribers, whose name is Bam, I'm assuming through the power of my own editing skills, that their name is now posted up on here. If it's not, I'm sorry. I think it will be, but you know, I'm not very good. I discovered I'm not a very good editor. I probably should get someone, but this is just a hobby, so I don't really care. Alright, anyways, and they asked doozy. I had 2 questions last week asked to me, and they were big ones. They weren't even small. And the first one is, what is the worst video game I have ever played? And I've got to tell ya, I've played a lot of bad ones in my life. Like Superman 64 was pretty bad. Sneak King, that Burger King ad one for the Xbox 360, that was a really bad one. But never, I thought long and hard about this, but never have I ever experienced a game quite like Pure Electric Love. And this is the first time, actually, when I think about video games, that I was actually very much unconvinced that this was actually a video game. This is the first time in playing all of these bad games, and like I said, I've played dozens and dozens of bad games, that I ever thought to myself, I don't know if this is a video game. It doesn't have a soundtrack, it doesn't have really any gameplay, it's just Japanese sex talk, I'm assuming. I couldn't tell you, I don't even speak Japanese, and then it fails at every single thing it sets out to do, the main of which is to be sexy. You get videos of women that I hope are 18, and by the way, there's 3 of these stupid games out on the Nintendo Switch, but you get videos of these women, and they're not even sexy, they're not sensual, they're just them sitting on a bed and waving to the camera. I mean, they're really, really bad. This was by far probably the worst game I have ever played, because games like Superman 64 or Bubsy or Sneak King or games like that Zombie School Hunter game that I played, I can at least acknowledge and see that they are video games. Pure Electric Love, in my opinion, is not a video game, and since it markets itself as being a video game, it is officially, in my mind at least, my opinion, the worst video game I have ever played. And they were talking over 25 years of me gaming out there. This is a really bad game. And did I mention there's 3 of them? 3. With DLC content. You can buy DLC. So, yeah. Go die in a fire, Pure Electric Love. And that's a terrible game. Man. Alright, this next segment is a segment I like to call, I just made it up on the spot. It's called, What Did Bradley Overrated Buy This Week in Games? And yes, I tend to always get something in the gaming world every single week. And this week, I got this. Well, it's 3 games. I got 3 games. Other than that Yakuza thing. But I did an unboxing for that. So I got Life is Strange 2. Good stuff. Good stuff. Already played it. Haven't reviewed it. Journey to the Savage Planet. Review going up on Monday. Really enjoying that game. And Zombie Army Dead War 4. You know what? I can't wait to play that. That's going to be a good one. I hope. I'm actually a really big fan of the Zombie Army trilogy. So the 4th one I'm hoping to be really good too, especially since that cost a good penny. And that's my entire budget for February, so I have no more games I can buy in February, unless they're really cheap. So, yeah, that was a fun segment, wasn't it? You're welcome. Alright, so question number 2, as if that first one wasn't a big one. This is a huge one, and it comes from this user, right here or over here, I'm not certain where, it's on the screen. And they asked, what is the greatest RPG you have ever played? Really? Really? You're gonna ask that? I was gonna do a whole video on this, and I don't I'm not even certain what the answer is. So I was thinking once again long and hard about this question, and I have a small list of games that I can at least recommend and are in consideration for the greatest RPG ever. And they are as follows. Let me pull up that list right now. Here we go. Undertale, Earthbound, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X, The Witcher 3, a lot of Final Fantasy, what can I say, I love me some Final Fantasy, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, Fire Emblem Awakening, Monster Hunter World, Bravely Default, The Last Story, great game on the Wii, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Borderlands 2, Mass Effect Trilogy, Pillars of Eternity, Dragon Quest XI, which I am playing right now, and it is a great game. I am really enjoying that. Persona 5, Shin Megami Tensei 4, South Park: The Stick of Truth, Fable, Bloodborne, and that's as far as I got. There's a lot of games on that list, and there's a lot more I'm certain I could think of or you can think of. And as far as what's the greatest one, it'll probably be a Final Fantasy game for me. I love me some Final Fantasy. You don't understand. My love of Final Fantasy goes deep and far, and yeah. I played a lot of Final Fantasy in my life. So, real quick before I go, and this is where I'm going to end this episode, and it's a thought since it is in fact Valentine's Day, and I just wanted to give my love because to a very special someone, alright? There are times when you make me angry, there are times you make me sad, there are times you make me unbelievably happy, and I love all the laughs you've given me, and I love the tears you brought into my eyes, but I just wanted to say, I love you, Danganronpa Trilogy. You are such a great series, you have been an amazing series, and the best thing that has ever happened to me this decade in video games. Alright, and that concludes this week's episode of Overrated Fridays! I need a slogan or something, so I don't have to do that. But like I said, if there is a question you have for me, please let me know in the comments down below, or any ideas for this show. I would love to know your feedback. I would love to know what you think. You can ask me to talk about movies or books. Does anybody like The Count of Monte Cristo? Because I've been rereading that and it's really good. Totally down to talk about that for the next 30 minutes if you'd like, but I won't do that here. So yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see from me on the show, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, and a happy Valentine's Day.